Good day, legends. Today we're not just looking at pictures, we're embarking on a journey deep into the heart of Brazil, chasing the thunder of its most magnificent waterfalls. This is about adventure, feeling the spray, hearing the roar, and standing in awe of nature's raw power. We'll trek through jungles, reach remote viewpoints, and stand before liquid giants. So grab your gear and get ready to immerse yourself in the wild heart of Brazil. The wild is calling. Let's answer. First stop, welcome to Iguazu Falls, a titan of the natural world straddling the border between Brazil and Argentina, where the land seems to split open and unleash a spectacle of water and sound. This isn't just one waterfall, it's a vast system of hundreds, each one pouring relentlessly into the next, creating a churning, thunderous torrent that humbles everyone who visits. The sheer scale is almost impossible to grasp until you see it for yourself. The air is thick with mist, so dense it clings to your skin, and the roar of the water is physical. It vibrates in your chest, a reminder of nature's raw, untamed energy. It's a place where the senses are overwhelmed in the best possible way. To truly understand Iguazu, you have to get close, right to the edge of the Devil's Throat, the most dramatic section, where nearly half the river plunges into a U-shaped abyss. The walkway takes you so near, you feel the spray on your face and the ground tremble beneath your feet. Walkways stretch out over the churning water. Looking down is like staring into another world, a swirling cauldron of white water and mist that seems to have no bottom. The rainforest here teems with life. Coatis scavenge along the walkways, their curiosity matched only by the bold colors of toucans and parrots flashing through the canopy. All of this vibrant life is barely audible over the thunder of the falls, a living soundtrack to the wild. Every step along the trails reveals a new angle, a fresh perspective on this living masterpiece. The falls shift and change with the light, each viewpoint offering a different story, a new sense of wonder. For the bold, boat trips take you right up to the base of the falls, a full-on drenching, pure exhilaration, and a chance to feel the true force of Iguazu up close. The spray soaks you to the bone, but the thrill is unforgettable. From the Brazilian side, you get a sweeping panoramic view, rainbows forming in the mist, the spectacle ever-changing as the sun moves across the sky. It's a place where nature puts on a show that never repeats itself. But it's at the Devil's Throat where awe hits hardest. The spray blinding, the noise all-consuming, the wild spirit undeniable. Here you feel the true power of the river, relentless and eternal. Here respect for nature is non-negotiable. One careless moment and the river would claim you. The warning signs are a reminder that this beauty is also a force to be reckoned with. The Guarani people's legends speak of a serpent creating the falls in rage. Standing here, you almost believe it. The mist and roar feel ancient, as if the land itself remembers the myth. As sunset nears, the crowds thin, the light dances in the mist, and you find rare moments of solitude. The falls glow gold and pink, and for a moment, it feels like you have the entire spectacle to yourself. Iguazu isn't just a sight, it's an experience that etches itself into your memory, a place where emotion and nature collide in unforgettable ways. Getting here is an adventure in itself. Fly into Foz do Iguacu, a city that feels like a gateway to another world, then enter the national park and step into a realm where nature reigns supreme. Trails and park buses make the falls accessible to all, winding through dense jungle alive with the calls of birds and the rustle of leaves. Yet, despite the ease of access, the wildness remains untouched. Leaving Iguazu, the thunder echoes in your mind, a reminder of what we must protect and a call to cherish the wild places that still exist. These falls are the lungs and heart of our planet, vital and alive, sustaining countless species and inspiring all who visit. Witnessing them firsthand is a privilege and a call to preserve them for generations to come, so that children and their children can stand in awe just as we do today. The wild power of Iguazu stays with you, long after you leave, a memory of nature's grandeur and a promise to return. Next, we venture deep into the heart of Brazil, to the breathtaking Chapada Diamantina National Park, a place where nature's drama unfolds on a grand scale. This vast wilderness is home to Cachoeira da Fumaca, aptly named the Smoke Waterfall, for its ethereal, misty plumes that rise from the canyon below. Reaching this wonder isn't easy. It's not a simple roadside stop, but a demanding 6-kilometer trek across rugged plateaus and sun-baked trails. A journey you truly earn with every step. The waterfall's drop is so immense, 340 meters, that the water rarely reaches the bottom as a stream. Instead, it transforms into a fine mist, rising like smoke from the depths of the canyon, creating a spectacle that feels almost otherworldly. The hike itself is a test of endurance, sun-baked, steep and wild. Yet, the landscape rewards you at every turn. Hardy plants cling to life, sweeping mesas stretch to the horizon, and ancient rocks tell stories of time. At the viewpoint, you lie on a rock and peer over the edge, heart-pounding, staring into a vertigo-inducing abyss that seems to swallow sound and time. Fumaka's soundtrack is subtle, wind whistling through the grass, water hissing as it vanishes into mist, and the quiet hush of a place untouched by crowds. It's a sanctuary of profound peace. When the sun catches the mist, rainbows shimmer and shifting patterns dance in the air. A delicate ballet of water, wind, and light that feels almost magical. For the truly adventurous, a multi-day trek leads to the base, winding through dense forest and wild campsites. Here, you experience the waterfall's power from below, a rare, awe-inspiring perspective few ever witness. The park's ecosystem is unique, semi-arid, with rare plants, dramatic rock formations, and hidden caves waiting to be explored by the curious. The journey back is a time for reflection. Tired, dusty, but exhilarated, you carry memories of wild beauty and personal achievement. Fumaka teaches perspective. From afar, it appears as a delicate wisp of smoke. Up close, it's a monumental force of nature, humbling and unforgettable. It's a challenge and a reward, a hidden wonder for those willing to seek it out, an adventure that lingers long after you leave, calling you back to the wild heart of Brazil. Now, we journey to the lush highlands of Serra Gaúcha, a region where rolling hills and dense forests stretch as far as the eye can see. Here, nestled near the charming town of Canela, lies the breathtaking Caracol Falls. This is postcard beauty, elegant, accessible, and framed by emerald forest, where the sound of rushing water fills the air. A short, easy walk brings you to a platform with a perfect, unobstructed view. The Caracol River, plunging 131 meters over dramatic basalt cliffs, creating a thunderous spectacle. For a different angle, take the observation tower's elevator for a bird's-eye view of the falls and the endless green forest beyond. Adventurers can tackle the wobbly leg staircase, over 700 steps winding down to the ravine's base, each step bringing you closer to the heart of the falls. At the bottom, the mist and roar envelop you, refreshing and exhilarating all at once. The world here is green and cool, shaded by towering trees and the spray of the falls. The waterfall towers above, a humbling, immersive experience. The park is beautifully maintained, with gentle trails winding through ancient Araucaria pines, perfect for families, casual walkers, and nature lovers alike. For a unique perspective, ride the cable car over the treetops, floating above the lush landscape. Glide toward the falls for a panoramic view that reveals the full scale and beauty of this natural wonder. The geology here tells a story. Basalt cliffs shaped by ancient volcanoes, now reclaimed by vibrant forest, a testament to nature's resilience. Caracol Falls proves adventure can be accessible. Sometimes it's about soaking in beauty, sharing a view with friends, or conquering a staircase together. As you leave, the image of white water against black rock and green forest lingers in your mind, a true gem of southern Brazil, inviting you to return again and again. In Goiás, near Brasília, stands Itiquira Falls, one of Brazil's highest accessible waterfalls at 168 meters. What sets Itiquira apart is its immense scale paired with easy access. A short paved walk through cerrado vegetation leads to the base. The roar builds as you approach, anticipation rising. Suddenly, a massive column of water appears, crashing into a misty, lush pocket of forest. The spray creates its own microclimate, a green oasis in the dry cerrado. Standing at the base, you're dwarfed by the cliff and drenched by the wind and mist. A raw, elemental encounter. For more solitude, explore upstream trails to smaller falls and pools. Crystal clear, perfect for a swim. The park is a model of sustainable tourism, well-maintained yet wild at heart. Itiquira's power is humbling, a geological story unfolding before your eyes, rock worn smooth by relentless water. Despite its accessibility, the wildness remains. A gentle walk leads to a ferocious spectacle. Here, people of all ages share the joy and awe, united by the waterfall's beauty. Leaving Itikira, you feel refreshed, reminded that sometimes the wildest wonders are hiding in plain sight. Our final stop, Salto do Yucuma, the world's longest longitudinal waterfall in Turvo State Park. Here, the Uruguay River drops sideways into a fault line, creating a continuous curtain of water stretching 1,800 meters. It's not a single plunge, but thousands of cascades side by side, a mesmerizing, endless line of white water. Getting here is an adventure. Remote roads, rural landscapes, and protected forest. The falls are most spectacular in the dry season, when the river is low and the drops reach up to 15 meters. Stand on the bank and listen. Not a single thunder, but a widespread roar, the voice of thousands of falls. Take a boat trip parallel to the falls for a hypnotic, up-close view. Yucuma isn't famous for height, but for uniqueness. It challenges your perception of what a waterfall can be. The surrounding park is a sanctuary, biodiverse, wild, and home to monkeys, capybaras, and even jaguars. The best views are from the riverbank, where the line of water seems to stretch forever. Salto do Yucuma is raw, remote, and untouched, a place for quiet contemplation and wonder. It's a fitting finale, a reminder that nature's greatest wonders often defy expectations. Our journey through Brazil's wild waters ends here, but the adventure never truly stops. From Iguazu's thunder to Yucuma's endless curtain, we've witnessed nature's power and creativity. If you felt the call of adventure, join our crew. Subscribe and keep exploring with us. There are countless wonders out there waiting to be discovered. The greatest adventure is always ahead. Until next time, stay curious, stay adventurous, and never stop exploring.